Genistein is a phytochemical found in plants such as soy-based foods and legumes like fava beans. Genistein is an isoflavone, and increasing evidences have shown that genistein consumption can be beneficial to health. For instance, studies have shown that genistein has antioxidant, anti-cancer and anti-angiogenic properties. Studies have shown that the chemopreventive effects of genistein is attributed to its function as a tyrosine kinase inhibitor that inhibits the activity of DNA topoisomerase. DNA topoisomerases are enzymes that are central to the regulation of DNA structure. DNA topoisomerases catalyze the breaking and rejoining of DNA phosphodiester backbone throughout the cell cycle. In fact, topoisomerase inhibitors have been used extensively as cancer chemotherapy drugs. Studies have shown that the inhibition of DNA topoisomerase blocks the process of DNA ligation in the cell cycle, thereby generating DNA single and double strand breaks. The presence of DNA damage alters the genome integrity, and ultimately, triggers apoptosis. The fact that genistein functions as a tyrosine kinase inhibitor that inhibits the activity of DNA topoisomerase suggests that genistein can be a natural source of chemopreventive agent. On the other hand, genistein is structurally similar to estradiol, which is a form of estrogen. Estrogen is the major female sex hormone, and studies have shown that estrogen plays a crucial role in the pathogenesis of breast cancer. The structural similarity between genistein and estradiol allows it to bind to the estrogen receptors, thereby functioning as a phytoestrogenic compound. There are two major groups of estrogen receptors, namely, the estrogen receptor A and estrogen receptor B. In fact, studies have shown that genistein has 87% binding affinity for estrogen receptor B, and 4% binding affinity for estrogen receptor A. In fact, breast cancer cells are often found to have dysregulated estrogen receptor expressions. Interestingly, studies have shown that in breast cancer cell line with elevated expression of estrogen receptor B, genistein treatment diminishes the cancer cell proliferation. In contrast, genistein treatment on breast cancer cell line with elevated expression of estrogen receptor A triggers the proliferation of breast cancer cells, suggesting that the potential beneficial effects of genistein differ between individuals and should be used carefully.